Good morning, everybody. First item on the agenda is to elect a chairman for the purpose of this meeting. Could I have a nomination, please?
Yep. Jerome Davidson.
Thank you. And is that agreed?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, in which case I think we can start the meeting with a little bang. Okay, we just got one item on the agenda this morning, but I think before we start, I'd like to, for us all to get ourselves introduced. If I could start, Kimberly, from your end.
Kimberly Soane, Senior Democratic Services Officer and Clerk in the meeting.
James Staunton. I'm the Waverley Borough Councillor for Western Commons, which includes Tilford and Frensham.
And as you probably heard, I'm Jerome Davidson. I'll be chairing this meeting, and I'm the councillor from Hindhead in Haslemere.
I'm Councillor John Rabini. I represent the town, the borough and the county council for Shottermill Haslemere.
Gillian Carson-Jones in Legal Services.
Paul Hughes, Licensing Manager.
Can I cut your two names, please?
And Alistair Edwards, Director Wayfest.
Alistair. Oh, thank you, Alistair. As I mentioned, there's only one item on the agenda, which is the licensing application, premise license for the Wayfest Rural Life Museum. And I think if I could ask Paul if you would introduce the license.
Thank you, Chairman. You have in front of you an application to vary the premises licence of Wayfest, the Rural Life Museum, Reeds Road, Tilford, Farnham, Surrey, from Wayfest Events Limited, where one valid representation has been received. In brief, the applicant seeks to increase the number of days it is licensed for from 3 to 4 days to include Thursday for the sale or supply of alcohol or consumption on the premises only, regulated entertainment and late night refreshment. No representations have been received from a responsible authority. The application has received one representation from other persons objecting to the variation. Officers request that you consider the matter.
Thank you, Paul. Perhaps you'd like to explain through to us what it is that you're wishing to do with your extension, and also if you could cover the communications from the objector and the responses backwards and forwards.
Can I start by just saying that sorry, can I close this off? Give me one moment. Thank you, mate.
I've just been reminded by my colleague, as I think Kimberly has probably indicated, this meeting is being recorded and it is live.
Okay. The reason we actually applied for the Thursday is because 2 years ago we discovered we opened up the camping and caravan ingress to the Thursday with nothing happening whatsoever in the centre. What we discovered, and we did this because the traffic with everybody turning up on the Friday it's a very small road, the Reeds Road, which is where the festival is, and we discovered that it was causing chaos. So the logic was to actually split it up and allow some people, if they wanted to come on the Thursday, which they did. What we discovered then was that because there was nothing going on whatsoever, they were walking in the dark down Reeds Road, either to Tilford or the other way to Frensham to visit the pubs, which is a very, very dangerous road to be walking down in the dark. It's unlit. I think that then, added to that, it also helped tremendously the traffic on the Friday and did not disrupt anything. I mean, we're very careful about our safety in the whole, we've been doing it for years, trying to every year maximize our safety aspect. And it worked. So in order to try and stop them going down to either of the villages, we decided that it would be a good idea to put on entertainment and some refreshment, but not use the main stage. In other words, the actual sound would be very much diminished just simply because we're not using the main stage, which is where most of the sound comes from. And I thought, wrongly, that it was possible to actually go with the Rural Life Museum's license, which is the same as ours. And then Mr. Hughes actually pointed out to me that we couldn't do that, that we had to apply because it was advertised as Wayfest. And hence the application. The main concern for the whole thing was safety. We value our customers and very much. It's become an event now where people actually use it as a sort of mini holiday. And the last thing we want is anything happening. We've been very, very lucky so far. We've all the services that we have had from Friday, that includes the health and safety, the ambulances, all the stewards, everybody else, arrive on the Thursday now. So every single aspect of the festival is there, so that the customers actually feel safe. It is actually noted for its safety aspects. It's not like a normal festival. We don't have dance tents. We don't, that sort of thing. It's very much it's very hard to describe. Somebody once described it as somewhere between Glastonbury and a village fete. And that's it, really. That's the crux of what we're doing. This enables us to actually not put any of our customers into any dangerous situations.
Not really. I mean, I beg your pardon.
Sorry.
No, I mean, last year we did invest quite a lot of money actually into improving that whole area there of the people coming in and coming out of the festival. We basically sanitized the middle stretch between car parking and camper van ingress, so that in the centre pedestrians cross without any traffic whatsoever, which was, you know, so we've made an awful lot of effort into in safety basically of our customers.
Yes. At the moment, you are operating on a Thursday. This is essentially a change in the way you're licensing it because of the small print has been made clear. That's...
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I must ask, the money side of it, presumably when you operate on a Thursday, you make more money. Does this money go to a charity? Is it going into the museum? What happens at the end of the day? Who are you actually supporting?
I have to say, yes, we do support charities. I'll explain that in a minute. But no, in fact, it acts as it operates on a loss the whole festival. We keep going because we're enthusiastic. Nobody takes any money from it whatsoever. Absolutely none. We did make over £8,000 for last year for the hospice, Phyllis Duckwell. And that's it, really. Can't really explain any more than that.
Can I ask how many people are employed on site for the duration of Wakefest?
There are 120 stewards. We have security. I don't know how many are in security. I really don't know. Every area is looked at in terms of security. So that's separate. CCTV. What else? Oh, of course, the stage managers and the personnel. That's probably another, call it another 50. So probably it's got to be 200 actually either supervising or a lot. I've never really counted them, to be honest. I only know the steward figures because I was given them last week.
Yes, thank you. I can only compare this to the one that I know because I come from Hazelmere, which of course is the festival we have at Hazelmere. Now, apart from the odd problem, and it's been very rare the last 15 odd years that I've been running it, has anything happened at your festival that is unlawful, or any fights or drunkenness or anything in that sort of area?
We are very, very, very fortunate. The answer is no. In all the 17 years that we've been running, we've only actually ever had one complaint. That was a noise complaint. That was 2012. Since then, sound propagation has been put into force, so that what happens is that the speakers shut out more than they should do with pink sound, which is the whole range of the dB range. And what we do is go within designated spots, which was agreed between myself and Gisela, I think it's Denario. She's who is environmental head, I think. And we go around before the festival starts. This is done, and we take readings from that. So far, in all the years we've been actually doing the propagation, we've never actually heard the sound. It's always the birds that are louder, or the cars. So it's, we don't get those kind of complaints. That's it. I can't really say anymore. Certainly had no medical ones.
Yeah, I did note that there was only one complaint. Yeah. I remember when we were building our extension, I think we got 7. One's not bad for a festival.
It is very good. I only say that because, again, although they may not complain to the organisers, you do get a feeling yourself of complaints. I know we do at Hazelmere, but there we are. Paul, the complainant in this case, was he invited to attend? Did he not want to attend, or?
No,
The resident.
The resident.
I believe they couldn't attend.
Yeah, the objector was notified and invited, but he sent a message to say that he couldn't attend today.
And I guess you'd have seen the correspondence between you and the complainant.
We haven't had a correspondence with the complainant because, of course, it's redacted. Right?
Yeah, but not directly, but indirectly, because you responded to.
I
the
did
original
respond.
complaint, and he responded, or she responded.
It's your
Thank you.
comments and their responses to the red ones.
Thank you.
It's only a petty thing, but the complainants did mention that the website needs to match reality, which would be a good thing if you could tidy it up.
Yes, I noticed that as well. I did go on the frequently asked questions and tot up the hours and.
So, may I just ask, when you did that, did you find that the hours were less than the complainant had stated? Because they should be.
I got, your hours were 38.7. I don't think this is material,
No.
by the way, but I thought this was not crash hot. You said 38.75. I counted 39.75 just on the basis of what you said on the website.
I think it's more to make sure that you keep the objectors down.
Your pardon?
Any other questions, Councillor Rubini,
No, thank you. No.
Councillor Staunton?
Nothing from me.
No. I don't have any further questions myself. I think what we should do now, if that's all right with you, Kimberly, that we would like to retire and we'll probably come back. Oh. I'm obliged to sum up. No, I think from what we can, what we've heard around the session is you've got answers to the objections which have been raised. Some concerns which we had seem to have been addressed in terms of addressing the security. But what we'd like to do is to look at this in a bit more detail, offline if we may. And we'll come back to you hopefully in not too long a time. Is that right with you, Paul? If they would like to have a drink or something while there are water fountains just outside. Kimberly? Thanks, we're offline. Ciao. Pardon, yes. We've reviewed the application. We find that there's no real solid grounds for an objection, and in that respect, we see that the application should proceed as applied. Thank you very much, Mr. Hughes.
Thank you very much indeed.
And I think as a result of that, do we need to say anything more to them? We can conclude the meeting.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.